Hey everyone, it's Ashley here and we are going to repaint this bad boy. I'm about to give it a little bit of a spray of Plasti Dip because his whole central area is rubber. I'm going to see if that takes without causing a sticky mess. And if it does, sand him back, paint him black, and then start on the actual repaint. Okay, we're back with Groot. He's all painted, nice and dry. Just need to make sure you haven't missed any bits because he moves around. So make sure you do that. That's what I'm going to do now, just with a little bit of black acrylic. Okay, hopefully you can see, small brush, a little bit of black paint, and I'm just going to go around and see if I can spot anywhere that I've missed. The Plasti Dip worked fantastic on the rubber, by the way. It's not sticky in any way, it's completely dry. And I gave it a good rub and it didn't come off in any way. And also the screw holes, you might want to go in there in case when light shines on, there's a little bit of brown, which it looks like there might be. Now remember, he dances or moves about, so you want to get in that skirt there and just make sure that that line's also done in black so that if he does move around, you don't suddenly see a big tan line. Tan line! Wow! Groot with a tan line. Just doing any areas where it's quite deep to make sure that that's also covered in the black, like his mouth and around his eyes. Okay, he's all done as far as I can tell in this crappy light anyway. I'll move that so that you can see. Basically he's black. I've done all the gaps, his neck, his mouth, his eyes, little touch-ups in the really deep areas. And now we're going to hit it up with some brown. He was sprayed with Plasti Dip, which will go on rubber and doesn't go sticky. Don't use enamel spray paint, it will just be a sticky mess anywhere that he's made of rubber. And then I've just touched it up with cheap black acrylic paint. Now, the usual process, but if you haven't seen my other videos, I'm going to start with the darkest brown that I have, which is burnt umber. And I'm just going to dry brush the entire thing with the dark brown. Brand new, nice soft brush, thick and soft. And you want to go over any green as much as you can. So for his face, you can see the lines are running this way. We want to paint him this way. In fact, we'll start there. In fact, what I'll do is I'll stop the video and I'll do the next bit as a sort of time lapse so that you can see it is literally this dark brown. I'm going to do it everywhere. Okay, that's him done with the brown. As always, my lighting's terrible. I know I need to get some floodlights or something when I can afford it, but he's all done brown. I can see the detail, you probably can't, but it's just brought up just the top levels of the bark. I'm going to leave him to dry. He's quite dry already because it was dry brushing. And then I will come back and we will start hitting it up with a lighter color. Same thing again, but with a lighter color. Okay, he's all dry. That's the dark brown done. Next up, burnt sienna, which is the next lightest one that I've got other than the one that I mixed. But I'm gonna go straight for this. I think little baby Groot in the new movie looked a little bit lighter anyway, so we're gonna end up really light. Same thing, exactly the same as what we just did with the brown, which I know you're like, well, why didn't you just go straight to that one? But the dark brown will stay here and there and it will look cool than if we just done it straight with this one. Hopefully the camera will pick this up better than the dark one anyway, so that you can see the details start to appear. Oh no, I've got black on my brush. No! No, I'm gonna need a new brush. That'll teach me having the black paint so close. We don't want to go backwards. Well guys, I think I'll speed it up again because I don't want to bore you to tears. It is literally the same thing all over again. Across the grain as much as you can with this lighter color, and you can hopefully see already that it's starting to bring up the detail a little bit better. Super easy, like anyone can do this. Super easy. So if you're watching it and going, oh, I can't do it, there's no skill involved here at all. You just need a strong arm because it takes ages to do. I'll speed up the next bit. Get cracking. Okay, all done with the orangey red. What was that again? Burnt umber. Let him dry just like before and then come back. We're going to hit it up with some yellow ochre or ochre. That's what he's looking like at the moment. You can see all the details come out. It's actually got a lot of detail in it. It's pretty cool. It's a shame my camera's not picking it up as well as it probably could. So we'll come back, start doing him with the light color. New brush, new color. I was just listening to Jangular on his Twitch channel. If you're not following him for Nerf, you probably should be. Seems a pretty cool guy. Keeps his Twitch channel nice and polite, which is always really cool. Same thing, lighter color. In fact, you know what? I think I'll speed this up because it's super boring for you to watch me do the same thing over and over and over again. So I'll super speed it. And he's dry. Here he is with his the sort of lighter tan color on. It's looking pretty cool. It's a shame about all these screw holes. If you've got the time, you probably should fill those. I wish I'd thought of it. It's too late now. Yeah, fill those with some epoxy and get a palette knife or something and repattern it. But other than that, he's looking okay. I might do a little bit more of the light stuff and then get on with the green. I'm actually going to use flock as well. So if you're doing one and you don't have any, you can get flock in hobby stores, train model stores. It's the stuff that they make grass out of on scenic railways and that kind of thing. Probably Warhammer stores as well, Games Workshop, they probably have it. In fact, I think that's where mine is from. It's just green bits. Just doing some extra on his mouth, around his eyes, and probably up here. Okay, next color. A little bit of white, just going to mix it on this. This is just to super highlight certain areas. Don't go nuts with it, make sure that you wipe it mostly off. So edges, just going to go all the way around his head. So don't put this all over, just pick wherever you think and dab it on. Just so the whole thing doesn't look washed out with one shade. If you look closely though, you'll see that there's actually bits of the black, there's bits of the dark brown. Looks like most of the red's away, but you'll probably see it here and there. Just giving that leaf quite a bit of white, because I know that I'm going to paint it green. It'll stand out a little better. There we go. Come back shortly. Do the green. Time for some green, folks. As usual, starting off with a dark color. So this is, let me find out, Hooker's Green. Make your own jokes. Now, the obvious first. Oh, I'm using a smaller brush also. I'm literally just going to paint it, but if I can try and keep some of the color by going across, like some of the dark, I will. I'll be going over this with a light green also. Good thing with Groot is he's kind of mossy, so even if you go over, like I've gone over there, it just kind of looks like the moss clinging to the bark. So don't stress too much about neatness. Hopefully you've got better brushes than I have, my friends. I don't see any obvious roots or anything up there. However, I did notice on some pictures he's got a sort of mossy growth along the front, so I might dry brush in some green up there also. I might actually do some of these sort of vines with a touch of green, and I'll probably do some flock on them as well, just to break his hands up a little. Okay, it's looking pretty cool. Now, new brush, back to this one, the big one, and some of this dark green. And this is going to go here, just at the top. You don't want it all the way around, just here and there. I'll probably dodge that part and do here. You can see it's sort of, hopefully his camera's picking it up. Let me lift it up. It's sort of mossy looking. It'll come up better when I take pictures out in natural light, but you can see it's picking up some of the green. That was my mailman going by on his motorbike. A little bit more of that, and then we'll hit it with a flock. Actually no, we'll hit it with a light green and then we'll hit it with a flock. Just do this where you think. This is where I think, because I'm thinking if he's walking along, it's probably damp. Come back, light green. Okay, checked some reference shots and it is indeed a lighter green. So we're going to go with this. Seems appropriate. Sap green. Going with Scorpion Green from Citadel Paints. I don't know whether you can get it in these cheap ones. I would assume so. You're just looking for a lime green or whatever. If you've got dark and white, mix them together. Remember, some of this will have flock on it also. There we go. He's looking pretty cool. Come back in a little while when that's dry so that I can pop some PVA on him. Get the flock going. Okay everyone, time for the flock. This is the stuff that you're looking for. And some PVA glue or craft glue. And then just start dabbing it on where you want your flock to stick. So I obviously want it to stick along the front here. If you've used this stuff before, you'll know that it dries clear, which is perfect for this. This is not my favorite thing to do. I'm always worried it's going to just go everywhere, and we've got little holes there that we need to be wary of as well. Poor Groot. Poor guy. Now I'm going to try and do it near the button, but I don't want to get it in the button, if you know what I mean. Sorry guys, do I keep putting that off camera? You get the idea anyway, it's the same thing over and over again. Luckily we're nearly finished. So just in case the battery runs out and I need to get this finished today, I'm going to keep doing the flock until I feel like there's plenty on there and that I like how it looks. And peel off the tape that's on his eyes. And you can also give him a spray coat if you so desire. This is just going to sit on someone's shelf as a decoration. So I think I'll actually just leave it as it is. They're not going to be handling it all the time, so I think that might look better. Okay, I'll carry on with the flock. I'll come back, I'll show you the finished product, and then I'll pop up some pictures that will show it properly rather than in this terrible light. Thanks for watching guys, appreciate it. I hope this was of help. I think we can just squeeze in a quick song. He's done. Just need to fix up a little mistake there in his neck that I've missed. But other than that, it's looking pretty awesome. Let's see.